When you think about the AI revolution, you probably picture software, right? Algorithms, the cloud. But all of that digital magic, it all has to run on a massive physical foundation. Today, we're going to look at a company that's making a huge, and I mean huge, bet on building that very foundation. And folks, it's a move that might just reshape the future of digital infrastructure as we know it.
Okay, so let's start with the good news part of the story. Dycom just announced a record-shattering third quarter, pulling in an incredible $1.45 billion in revenue. Now, to give you some perspective, that's not just a good number, it's an all-time high for the company, and it completely blew past what the analysts were expecting.
And this isn't just some one-off fluke. Check this out. Their backlog, which is basically all the work they have lined up for the future, also hit an all-time high of $8.2 billion. That tells you the demand for what they do is powerful and it is sustained. On top of all that, they posted over 14% year-over-year revenue growth. So their core business isn't just stable, it's actually accelerating. By any traditional metric you want to use, this was a fantastic knockout quarter. But, and this is a big but, as impressive as all those numbers are, they were completely overshadowed by another announcement. You see, this exceptional performance, it was really just the opening act for a much, much bigger story. So let's be super clear here. This record-setting quarter is the foundation. It shows Dycom is operating from a position of incredible strength. But what they're building on top of this foundation, well, that's what we're really here to talk about. And here it is, the real headline, the big one. Dycom announced they are buying a company called Power Solutions. And this isn't just some small acquisition. It's a move so significant it completely reframes the role in the entire digital economy. We're not talking about a small side project here. This is a massive, nearly $2 billion bet that signals a major strategic pivot for the whole company.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The CEO, Daniel Peyovich, he put it bluntly. He called this a pivotal moment for the company. He's not framing this as just an evolution, but a full-on transformation.
So why spend $2 billion on an electrical contractor? It all comes down to a brilliant and, a surprisingly simple synergy. Let's break down exactly what's happening.
Historically, Dycom's bread and butter has been laying the massive fiber optic networks that connect our world. So think of it this way. They bring the data superhighway right up to the front door of the data center. And this is where it all just clicks into place. Power Solutions takes over from there. They build the incredibly complex, mission-critical electrical guts that power everything inside that data center. See? One brings the data, the other brings the power. It's that simple. So you have Dycom's traditional strength in all things telecom on one side, and on the other, bam, this massive new capability in mission-critical power. They can now go to a customer and offer a complete end-to-end solution for building a data center. That's a game changer.
Now, a move like this isn't happening in a vacuum. Not at all. It's a direct response to one of the biggest economic trends on the planet right now, our absolutely insatiable demand for data, for compute power, and especially for AI. Let's try to quantify that opportunity. Analysts estimate that just the labor spend, just the money spent on people building data centers in the US, will be a staggering $240 billion over the next 5 years. Dycom just bought a premier player in that exact market.
And Power Solutions isn't just any player. They are dominant in what's known as the DMV region. And now, we're not talking about the place you get your driver's license. This is the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area, which just happens to be the single largest and fastest growing data center market on Earth. And what's so brilliant about this is that Dycom made this move from a position of absolute strength. Their core fiber business is booming, data center network construction is already a $20 billion market for them, government programs are kicking in, maintenance contracts are piling up. I mean, they are firing on all cylinders. And speaking of those government programs, the BEAD program is a really big one. It's a federal initiative pumping billions of dollars into expanding high-speed internet, and it's mostly through fiber. And all that new fiber, it's going to need to connect to, you guessed it, more data centers. Dycom has already locked down over $500 million in awards from this program alone. So when you put all these pieces together, what does the new Dycom actually look like? Well, they're basically transforming from a telecom infrastructure company into a full-stack powerhouse digital infrastructure company. And their biggest asset in all of this, it might just be this number.
With this acquisition, Dycom will now have a combined, highly skilled workforce of 19,000 people. In a world with a massive shortage of skilled labor, this is a gigantic competitive advantage. The CEO said it best. The AI race runs straight through the skilled workforce. This isn't just about capital or technology anymore. It's about having the people, the skilled hands and minds, who can actually build this incredibly complex infrastructure. Dycom is betting big on its people.
So, here's the bottom line. As we all race into this future dominated by AI and data, it is so easy to forget that it all rests on a physical world, a world of concrete, steel, fiber optics, and massive electrical systems. That is the world that Dycom now aims to dominate.
Which really leaves us with one final thought. We all know the AI revolution is here, and we know it needs an enormous physical foundation to support it. So the real question is, after a move like this, who out there is better positioned than Dycom to actually build it?